Alright, hello everybody. Hello and welcome. How's everybody doing today? Phil here live on the stream, the first of two gameplay streams for you today. Today is Monday, September 11th, 2017, and before we even get into anything gaming related, I do think that we should at least very quickly observe a moment of silence in memorandum of the 9/11 terror attacks way back in 2001. We won't dwell on it, we won't talk about it at length, but let's just observe a very quick moment of silence. Here we go. Okay. Alright, so now let's get to the subject at hand, what we're going to be doing today, ladies and gentlemen. Two gameplay streams for you here, live on Twitch. First, it's going to be more Destiny 2. Okay. And this is going to be a push towards me trying to get to a power level, or I call it power level. I guess the game calls it light level. That's appropriate with me being able to participate in the raid that's going to unlock later this week. From what I'm going to understand, it's supposed to be Wednesday when this raid is supposed to unlock. I'm not 100% on time frame when it would be available. So my whole goal today is to just basically do high-level missions with everybody, you know, do some co-op here, and see what I can get, you know, what kind of great equipment I can unlock here. It seems if you do the missions that are color-coded as blue, I'm not even sure what they're supposed to be called, because they don't seem to have any kind of, like, specific name. They don't say that they're strikes or whatever, but maybe they are, I don't even know. But by doing those, you seem to unlock some really good equipment. I did two of these the last time I played a couple days ago, and I got many legendaries. Okay, many legendary levels of pieces of equipment. So, excuse me. That being said, that's what I'm going to focus on today. Do high-level stuff, see what I can unlock. I also heard that if you play in the Crucible, that you can actually get some good stuff too. I don't know. I haven't played the Crucible yet at all. And that's the multiplayer PvP content of the game. So maybe I'll do some of that. I don't know. What I want to do is basically do whatever I can to get my light level raised today. Because come, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever, whenever these raids do unlock, I believe there's only one for now, and then there's one coming up in a few months that, of course, they're going to charge you for. Of course. Why would they give you another raid for the same, you know, price of what you paid for the game? I mean, that would just be unthinkable, right? And, and yeah, folks, we'll see what happens. We'll see how far, you know, how far I can get today. My goal is to at least, hopefully by mid of the week, hit the proper light level so that I can check out the raid, because the raid is the one thing I never did in Destiny 1. You know, if you guys remember back when I played Destiny 1 3 years ago, I beat the whole campaign, I did strikes, I was doing all this stuff, and basically I just got bored of it. My stream viewers and everyone got bored of it. Now, here's the difference between then and now. Back then in 2014, I was 100% reliant on YouTube views and YouTube income. I was basically a slave to it. So if people on YouTube weren't watching the videos, I had to basically move on. That is not the case anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I have diversified myself to the point where, yeah, the YouTube revenue is still important to me, but Twitch is a huge portion of what I make. In fact, last month, as I told you guys, for the first time ever, Twitch, in my, you know, everything that I do here on Twitch, ended up being more important and more profitable to me than YouTube. First time ever. All right. So, that being said, it looks to me like, you know, as long as I continuously am getting good support here on Twitch, I can keep playing stuff. And I honestly do want to check out the raid in Destiny 2. It is the last piece of content I have not checked out in this game. So, thank you to those who have been supportive. Thank you to those who have been here every single day. You know, not only watching the streams, but you've been, you know, cheering, subbing, tipping, and, you know, everything that you do. It's been great, okay? It has. And it's allowed me to play a game that I knew wasn't going to get a lot of attention overall with the viewership on YouTube or whatever. But it's been going great, all right? So, that's going to be the first stream today. Yes, I will be doing co-op as usual, all right? Tonight, Knack 2, the return of Knack 2. All right. Yes, Knack 2 will be tonight. I'm not sure I'm going to beat it tonight. It depends on, obviously, how long the game is. And I don't know. People were saying it's about 11 hours long, and I'm like just over 8 hours into the game. So maybe I'll beat it tonight, maybe I won't. Okay. But more Knack 2 tonight. Tomorrow, reminder, everybody. No stream tomorrow at all. No live streaming tomorrow. You might say, why? Well, because tomorrow I've got a bunch of personal stuff to take care of. I got stuff around the house that I've got to do. I got responsibilities here as part of this private community that I have to do. I may go out and do a few things that I've been meaning to do for the past 2-3 months and haven't had a chance. In addition to that, I think I'm going to, if I beat Knack 2 tonight, review it, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm thinking of filming the private Q&A videos for patrons tomorrow. And on top of all of that, all right, I'm also thinking of doing a video where I walk through all of the videos on DSPGaming that have been claimed, or excuse me, not claimed, but demonetized by YouTube, and to see if there could be a pattern that's discerned from the videos that have been demonetized, all right? So, a lot that I'm doing tomorrow, even though I'm not live streaming, I'll probably be working my butt off anyway. So my apologies, I will not be on stream. However, I will be uploading a ton of Ultra Street Fighter 2 videos to DSPGaming. A ton. Alright? And then I'll return on Wednesday with double streaming again. More Destiny 2. Hopefully, either I'll have hit the light level needed for raids, or I'll, at that point, hit it on Wednesday's stream. And then Wednesday night, I will be doing a second stream, which will be more than likely either the conclusion of Knack 2 or the return of Mario plus Rabbids. Alright? And then on Thursday, we'll see. More than likely at that point, I'll definitely have qualified for the raid and want to do it. So we'll see what happens, okay? Fair enough? All right. And then, of course, keep in mind this Friday is the new game, Dishonored: Death of the Overseer, or Death of the Outsider. I almost said Overseer. Death of the Outsider. So that'll be the new release for this week, starting Friday. Then we got Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite next week. Lots of new stuff coming up, folks. Lots of new stuff. All right. Now, let's talk a little bit more. A few other things to announce. Number one, Patreon. I have updated the Patreon goal. All right. I updated the Patreon goal for the month of September. It is still the Halloween goal. Yes, it's official, because I already know what the next 3 goals will be, but I can't do any of those this month, all because of time constraints or timing things. For example, I want to play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Can't do it. It's not out yet on consoles. I want to do a multiplayer event. Can't do it, because half the multiplayer games aren't out yet. I want to do a Christmas event. Well, that's obvious why I can't do that yet. So, this month, it's all about the Halloween marathon again, all right? I hope that we hit the goal. If you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon this month, by the end of September, and we hit the funding goal, you'll be able to nominate and then vote on games for this Halloween horror marathon. In addition, for the first time ever, it's a double reward month. If we hit the goal and you pledge $5, you'll also be voting on the kind of Halloween costume that I'll be wearing for the event. All right? Sound good? So there you go. I hope you'll pledge to my Patreon. I want to hit the goal this month. I'm officially announcing it now for the first time on stream that that's what the goal is. I will be obviously talking about this at length for the rest of the month because I want people to pledge. We've got a ways to go, folks. Last month, basically what happened was a lot of people withdrew their pledges or lowered their pledges for many various reasons. Number one, because it was the summer and I was doing a Halloween goal. People just didn't really care about Halloween in August. Number two, because a lot of people wanted to support me via the streams rather via Patreon, and that's cool. But I obviously still need the support from Patreon as well. If you pull your support from one area to give it to another, that doesn't help. If you're just giving the same support in a different spot, that doesn't help. You know what I mean? And number three, a lot of stuff has been going on. We've had hurricanes, we've had all this shit going on, and people feel like, okay, well, my money is better, given to people in need. And I understand that. And that is totally your choice. And I would never hold that against anyone to say, I want to donate to the the hurricane victims. Fine. Please, by all means, do so. That is a very honorable thing to do. And I certainly think that you should do it. Okay? But that being said, I still obviously need your support in order to keep doing this, right? So please consider pledging to Patreon, especially if you like Halloween, like me, if you love horror stuff, you want to see a fun marathon happen, please pledge to my Patreon this month. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil, by the way. Okay. All right. In addition to that, folks, obviously, if you're watching today's live stream and you're enjoying everything and you want to see all this fun stuff continue, please consider cheering, subbing, or tipping. All those things are awesome. I'm very appreciative of anyone who does. If you do, you will get a verbal shout out. In fact, I'm going to start shout outs in just a moment for those who have already cheered and subbed this morning. Well, actually, it's this afternoon, excuse me. If you cheer 50 bits or more, if you sub to the channel and click the share button, or if you tip me $2 or more, you will actually get an on-screen pop-up in recognition as well. So it's kind of double recognition, visual and verbal. All right. So, let's get to it. Let's actually do some shout-outs. I will say a couple quick things before that, though, because I almost forgot. Number one, if you do cheer today on stream with bits, please include the hashtag charity. All right? Please include the hashtag charity in your cheers. If you include the hashtag charity in your cheers, you will be donating to charity. Now, your bits still go to me, but Twitch, for every single cheer that has the hashtag charity in it, is going to be giving some money to charity. It's the Extra Life charity. You can look it up and get some information on that if you'd like. It's publicly available on the internet. As of right now, they've raised $56,707. There's 7 days left to do this, and they said they will donate up to $200,000, which is pretty nice of them. So please consider, if you are going to cheer, use the hashtag charity in your cheer. Number two, if you've never cheered before, wow, I blow that one. If you've never subbed before to a channel on Twitch, including me or anyone on Twitch, right now Twitch is running a special promotion for a first-time sub. It's half price through October 2nd. So any channel, mine or someone else's, if you want to sub, it's only half price. And that's any level, by the way, because there are 3 tier levels that you can sub at. There's a $5 level, a $10 level, or a $25 level. No matter what level you do, it'll be half price if it's a first-time sub. So please consider subbing. If you have not, it's half price. There's no excuse to say, oh, you know, it's so expensive. It really isn't at this point, okay? And then last but not least, if, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to do any of the aforementioned things during today's stream, and you have the liberty to choose between, say, gee, I wonder which of those things helps Phil the most. Is it cheering, subbing, or tipping? Right now, tipping. And I'm going to keep saying this probably for about another month, and the reason being, financially, things have been really tight recently. Now, I'll be honest, this past week, people have been very generous. And I think things are good right now. I think I'm going to get past the point of the month where all my bills are clearing and all that. But I basically have to get till mid-October. In mid-October is when I'm going to get paid for that really great month of August that I had. August was great. Streaming was amazing. Everyone was super supportive. I made the most ever on streams that I ever did before. YouTube ad revenue wasn't great, but it went up a little bit. So once I get to August, I'm going to be good. I mean, excuse me. Once I get to October, what? I misspeak there. Once I get to mid-October, I'm going to be good because I'll get paid for all that amazing stuff I did in August. But I need to get there. So if you could tip, that helps because I get that money right now. Boom, goes right to my bank account. I can pay bills. You know, everything else that you guys do, cheering and subbing, is amazing, and I'm very grateful for it, and I'm certainly not looking a gift horse in the mouth, but I don't get that stuff for 2 months staggered, all right? So November, come November, it'll be great, but I need to get there, all right? Sound good? All right, now let's do shout-outs, and then let's get started with today's gameplay. So, shout-outs, let's see here what we got. First of all, again, I want to say thank you to Golden Colts, as well as Game Master 2003 is Dead, both of whom cheered overnight multiple times with the hashtag charity included in their cheers. So thank you for that. Appreciate that. You know, even though I'm not live streaming, people supporting me when I'm not live streaming is crazy. for me to even think that people are thinking of me when I'm not live, but they are. And that is very much appreciated. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you guys haven't noticed, there's actually a new panel on my Twitch dashboard, right on the main page here of Twitch, right below my stream, that shows the cheer levels, like who's the big cheerers for the month, for the week, for all time, and for individual streams. And I'm sure at this point, Golden Colts is probably way up there. I also know Game Master does cheer a lot too. But you might want to give a look at that. It's pretty cool to get recognition for your cheers and stuff, right? Also, we do have an overlay on stream today for my Destiny 2 level and loadouts. So if you want to see what I have, what my equipment is, just hover over the stream. There'll be a little section you can click on that should bring up all that information. It's one of the new extensions for Twitch that I'm trying out, okay? All right, now for shout-out. Shout-out to Golden Colts, who did a 25-bit cheer. He said, another quarter for hashtag charity. Thank you once again, Golden Colts, for that. It is much appreciated. Strom Thurmond did a 25-bit cheer to bring up PewDiePie. Oh, boy. You guys know I always love to talk about PewDiePie. I mean, at this point, he's just the biggest role model for all of us. Anyone who wants to play video games on the internet, if we all just were a little bit more like PewDiePie, the world would just be a better place, man. I mean, seriously. Oh, my God. So let me read his comment. Let's see what he has to say here. PewDiePie said the N-word by accident. No, it wasn't by accident, by the way. It most certainly was not. If you watch the clip, you'll realize it's not by accident. But anyway, PewDiePie said the N-word by accident on his stream, and now the dev for Firewatch said he's going to DMCA PewDiePie's Firewatch playthrough, even though PewDiePie hasn't played that game in over a year. All right, folks. Here's my honest thoughts, and I'm going to make them short and sweet. I do not support PewDiePie. I think that PewDiePie is what we call a happy accident. He's a joker on the internet who purposely overacted like a clown on webcam during horror games to make himself popular. He watched people like me, yes, ladies and gentlemen, like me. It's well documented in his viewing history and the videos he's liked and commented on that he watched my stuff before he ever started making videos for YouTube. I predate PewDiePie. And I hate to say it, in a lot of ways, I think I kind of inspired him to make videos, which kind of makes me feel bad when you find out what he has done, you know, with what he's become, being the biggest YouTuber ever. And the fucking guy just keeps making mistakes. It's quite obvious at this point that this is just a guy who has no kind of maturity or self-responsibility or even self-awareness in his own head. He just does whatever he wants. At this point, he's got fuck you money. I mean, he makes millions upon millions of dollars every year. Why does he care what he says or does on the internet, right? It doesn't matter. If he got banned from YouTube and Twitch and everything, he could roll in dough for the rest of his life on what he's already made. Why the fuck does he care? Right? Why the fuck would he even give a shit? So for him, he goes on stream and he says the N-word. I don't care. He goes and he pays kids in India to hold up a sign that says, kill the Jews. Why would he care? He is immune to anything. I mean, the problem is, people look at him as the poster boy for YouTube gaming and people who play YouTube games. Why? I have to ask this. Why? Just because he has the most subs, just because he has the most views, and just because he makes the most money, doesn't mean he's the best. It just means the most brain-dead fucking idiots on earth who don't understand what the fuck they're watching, watch him because he's popular. Remember when Fred was the biggest guy on YouTube? Many of you probably don't even know who Fred is. All right? Allow me to explain. Fred was a guy who auto-tuned his voice to be incredibly high-pitched. He ran around dressed like a kid, acting like a kid, doing stupid G-rated comedy skits, all right? He was the most subscribed and viewed on YouTube for a period of time. Are you going to tell me that this was the best thing on YouTube and that we should have all held up our, respect and said we all should strive to be like Fred? No, of course not. But for some reason, there's this really weird misconception that because someone is popular on YouTube that they're a role model or something. They're not. PewDiePie is a flash-in-the-pan fucking complete oddity, you know? And it's funny because there are people who came after him who blatantly copied him and still got popular because people are so fucking stupid. They don't understand when someone's a blatant carbon copy of someone else. But I digress. The viewers on YouTube, in a lot of cases, are fucking brain-dead idiots. They'll watch anything that they think is popular, all right? That's why PewDiePie's popular. Because he acted like a girl, a little ninny sissy on camera when he was playing horror games. And he got super popular because of that. Not because he's an idol who we should all look up to and he has morals and values. No, he's an idiot. He made his living being a fucking idiot. And now he's a millionaire because he's an idiot and idiots watch him. It's that fucking simple. Like, what the fuck? Why do people think that anything PewDiePie related is any more, like, important or anything more than that? It's not. That's the bottom line, folks. So I hear, oh, PewDiePie said a racial slur. And so what? Why the fuck does this matter? If people would just realize at this point that if you watch his stuff, you are a fucking moron, he would go away. And we wouldn't have to worry about this shit anymore. The problem is morons keep watching. Seriously, like, how dumb can you be? At this point, he's done so many things to prove that he's not self-aware, that he just does whatever the fuck he wants and he doesn't care about what you say about him or anything like that. Okay? Seriously, like, get over it. Now, let's be honest. Let's talk about the other half of it. So, a game developer of Firewatch, if you remember, that is the walking simulator game where you're in a national park and you're doing investigations. You think that there's some mysterious stuff going on at the national park or whatever. Have basically said they are so abhorred by what PewDiePie has done that they're going to DMCA take down his playthrough of Firewatch. They don't want to be associated with him at all, whatsoever, and therefore they're just going to do this, all right? All right, allow me to explain something here, folks. This is blatantly fucking wrong, all right? It is. It's 1,000,000% wrong. And allow me to explain why. Because game developers should not be able to just pick and fucking choose who they think is legally protected to do a let's play of their game and who isn't. All right? That's not right at all. This should be abound and have a guideline by law, not by, oh, well, I like this gamer, so I'm going to allow them to play my game and not DMCA take down them on YouTube. But I really don't like this one, therefore I'm going to DMCA take down this one. That's not how it works. All right? That's not how it works at all. All right? At all. The way it works is it should be abound by law. Is it fair use or not? Is it, protected as a transformative work under fair use law, or is it not? So regardless of the fact of if PewDiePie says the N-word and says all this stuff, and, no, it should not allow another game developer who has nothing to do with the fact that this person said an N-word on a gaming stream that has nothing to do with their game to take down his game with DMCA takedowns. That's preposterous. All right? That's absolutely preposterous. I've never heard anything so fucking ridiculous in my life, right? We have to be fair here. You may not like PewDiePie, but let's face it, game developers have massively benefited by PewDiePie. For how long? Because he plays their games and the brain-dead idiots that watch his garbage content go out and buy the games, right? So they're already profiting off of it now because it's been exposed that this guy has some racial issues in his head and he doesn't give a fuck about what he says or does. Now we're going to just abuse the system and take down playthroughs that you've already made money on? No! That's not how it fucking works. Alright? That's not how it works at all. And legally, it won't hold a candle. It won't. Because it's this simple. Either Let's Plays are legal or they're not. So if they're not legal, then no one can do them. If they're legal, then everyone can do them. You can't cherry pick a person to take down. That's not how it works. That's not how U.S. copyright law or fair use law works. And this game developer, whoever the fuck he is, who decided to do this and publicly state he's going to do this, just made himself the laughingstock for U.S. law. Like, he just proved he's a complete idiot. You can't do that. That is 1,000,000% wrong. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just, I don't like PewDiePie. I don't like PewDiePie. I've never liked him, alright? But I tell you right now, what this game developer is doing is stone-faced wrong. You can't do it. It's morally wrong, and it's legally wrong. So that being said, you want the real answer about my feelings, People should stop watching PewDiePie. People should stop believing that PewDiePie is some kind of a great gamer. He's not. If you watch him to make fun of him as a clown, well, guess what? That's what he was originally made famous for on the internet to begin with. Over the years, he tried to evolve himself into other stuff, and as he does that, that's how he gets into hot water. So at this point, let's be real here, all right? He is not an idol. Even though he's the most popular YouTuber, it's for the worst possible fucking reasons. Not because people look up to him as a respected person who, you know, his opinions and the things that he does should be held up in the highest regard as how a YouTuber should behave. It's quite the opposite, you know? And people need to fucking pull the wool off their eyes and realize what he is for what he is. Because every time that he says something stupid, I don't want it to be front page news. It's not. The guy is an anomaly. The guy is a fucking... you know, one-time thing, and no one should give a shit. This is so stupid. Who cares what he says or does? No one should care. Nobody. And therefore, a game dev going out of their way to literally break the law by only filing a DMCA claim against one person is also a laughingstock. It's ridiculous. It's like, what a fucking... Like, can you expose more of the most immature people on the planet with these situations? Here you go. You want to know who doesn't know how to be professional? PewDiePie and the game developer of Firewatch. You've both been exposed. Unreal. So there you go. That's my thoughts on the subject. All right. Hold on a second here, because we got more shout-outs to do before we end pre-stream. Shout-out to Game Master... Oh, hold on. A bunch of... You got to scroll down. Excuse me. RatchetFan12 resubscribed to the channel for 6 months in a row, earning himself his Golden Crown badge. Congratulations, RatchetFan. Thank you very much for the resub. And he says, holy crap, half a year sub, 6 more months for a full year. Keep up the good work, Phil. Thank you, RatchetFan, for the support. Amoxorus did a 10-bit cheer, and he says, hashtag charity. Thank you for the birthday tweet. It meant the world to me. Thank you, Amoxorus, for the support. And I don't mind doing that kind of stuff, so happy birthday. I believe it was your 20th birthday. Shout out to Game Master 2003 is dead, who did another 35-bit cheer and said hashtag charity. Shout out to Matoot. Matoot. That's his actual name. Who did a 10-bit cheer. Can you give a shout out to Lyndon B. Johnson? Sure, I guess. Sick. What a name. Did a 100-bit cheer. He said, didn't you admit that you used to watch James the Nintendo Nerd and essentially tried to copy his style? No! Wrong! That's not what I did. I said, I watched James Nintendo Nerd. Well, he's actually the Angry Video Game Nerd, by the way. And I said, I was inspired to look at someone who had no budget, who obviously had some talent in being entertaining and portraying a character, but basically just loved video games and wanted to make fun videos about them. And I was inspired to say, gee, I could probably make video game related videos too. What I went on to do was nothing like what the Angry Video Game Nerd does. I don't do angry game reviews. I don't completely destroy games. I play games live on the fly and do reactionary commentary. I don't copy anything that he does at all. You are an idiot. So congratulations. Thanks for the 100-bit cheer. You are a moron. You literally have gone back to, I'm not even kidding you, 2008 when I started posting gameplay videos on YouTube. At that point, anyone, literally anyone who posted a gameplay video on YouTube, people would leave nasty comments on the videos and say, you copied the AVGN. And it'd be like, what? I'm doing a long form playthrough of this game with live commentary and jokes, right? And you're telling me I'm doing what he does edited videos, you know, minimal gameplay of games and comments and basically rips them a new asshole. That's what he does. Scripted. How can you say it's the same thing? You're stupid as fuck. People are just continuously going to be this stupid though. So whatever. All right. Orion B. Dying did a nice 10-bit cheer. Short and salty. It's too bad he's now banned from the chat because he then personally insulted me in the stream chat. So goodbye. Good riddance. And the last Rambo did a 200-bit cheer. And he said, hashtag charity. First of all, thank you for including the charity hashtag. Appreciate that. He said, why not flag down the defamatory videos made against you? I'm sure people will rip what you just said about PewDiePie and spin it negatively. Dude, what I just said about PewDiePie was negative. I've said this for years, so I don't care if people quote what I just said about PewDiePie. It's the God's honest truth. And people need to fucking wake up and realize that's the truth, all right? But anyway, There's no way to do it, dude. I've explained this multiple times over the years. There's no way on YouTube to actually protect yourself against anything unless you're a major corporation. You can't take down videos on YouTube. If you do, they will take them down, but they'll take them down for a period of 2 weeks, upon which if the person who uploaded the video just disputes the claim, YouTube will come back to you and say, well, unless you're going to file an actual lawsuit against this person, the video is going to go live again. And ladies and gentlemen, a takedown lawsuit costs thousands of dollars and it has to be drugged through court. It's not worth it. Especially for the amount of people who illegally rip my content and make defamatory videos about me. I would be poor. I would spend millions of dollars on lawsuits. And that's the sad part. There's no protection against it. I've explained this. There is no protection on YouTube for the common YouTuber against this kind of shit. The only protection there is against major corporations who then contact YouTube through their contacts and have these high-level, legal agreements and shit because they have legal departments and stuff. The common person has no protection at all. And let's see. Oh my gosh. Huzloy. Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, thank you for the sub. I cannot pronounce your name. I'm H-U-S, that's Huz. L-O-Y, Loy, R-E-S, Huzloyriz? Huzloyriz? Oh my goodness. I'm embarrassed. I can't. This is the first name. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Like, I don't have a clue. But thank you for the sub. I do appreciate it, but now I feel stupid. Alrighty then. That's like a mind-numbing puzzle. How do you pronounce this name? Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to begin with Destiny 2. What I would ask is please be patient. I have to set up the party for us to jump in. It's going to be about 5 minutes or so for me to invite people to my party, get the fire team set up, etc. And then we'll be off, okay? Sound good? Fair enough? Alright. So, give me a few minutes. I'm going to end pre-stream. Give me a few minutes to set it up. And then we'll begin with the the light level grinding. Alright.